Dev Sahni here for Queensberry Promotions, and I'm joined by a man at least 30 times more handsome than me. It is, of course, Tommy Fury. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you just going to take that, the 30 times more handsome?
Well, I mean, listen, I'd rather you say it. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't want to be big-headed or nothing, but I mean, I've had a glow up, I'll say that. But you're looking rather dapper yourself, turtleneck, blazer.
I'm trying. Before we get to any of the boxing questions, anything like that,
Yep.
I've got to ask you, man to man, talk me through your daily skincare routine.
Daily skincare routine. Okay, so I'll get up at about 8:30 in the morning. I jump in the shower. I put some seaweed on my face, and I get out, dry myself with a towel, and then I put some nice cleansing moisturiser on, exfoliating cream, getting my skin nice and silky soft. And then basically Molly just gets on top of me and starts, rubbing it all in like that,
Right.
deep cleansing. And that I normally do that 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay, Can you send me links to all of this sort of stuff? Because
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the products are available on eBay as well, and I will send you the link over Twitter.
Wonderful. Tommy, so, look, let's take it back. Last time we spoke, you just got your big dirty knockout at the Leicester Arena. All of a sudden, you're a household name, you're on Love Island. How did it all come about?
I don't know. I'm a big believer in, what's for you won't pass you by. And basically, I had my fight on the 23rd of March. I got a good first round knockout. And after that, I was in the gym, I was training. And the offer of Love Island, it was coming about, because it first came to me in December time. I refused it, and I was like, I've got my boxing, I'm concentrating on my fighting. Anyway, it was still there afterwards, and I thought, you know what, there's a reason why this is still lingering. And I just looked at myself, so I've just had a good fight there, I just had a good win. I'm 20 years of age. It's a big show. It's good for me to get out of, Tyson's shadow and showcase myself for who I am. So I thought, you know what, let's roll the dice, let's do it. And taking a few months off my training, at 20-year-old, it's not really going to do me the most harm. So I thought, let's crack on and do it, and it turned out to be the best decision I've ever made.
You said how they initially came to you in December, so
Yeah.
you said no initially.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Yeah, my management at the time, it was put to me, to go down for interviews, this and that. And I said, oh no, well, I've got my boxing, and I was always humming and ahhing to them. And it was the offer was still around, to go down for meetings and whatever at that time. So I thought, do you know what, there must be a reason why that it's still coming about, because normally once you pass up an opportunity like that, it doesn't come back. So obviously, I believe, big believer is, what's meant to be is meant to be. So I went on and did it. I took initiative by myself, and we're here now.
And here we are. I've got to ask you, how did that conversation go with Big John Fury? How did that go with your dad when you said, Dad, I'm 2-0, but I'm going on Love Island?
Do you know what it was? My dad brings all his sons up to be their own men in life, and I just sat me down and thought, do you know what, this is a good move for me. I've used my own brain. I thought, this is what I want to do. So I just sat my dad down and said, listen, I'm going to go in this direction, Dad. I explained everything, the positives and negatives of it, and I just said, I want to take my own initiative, and being my own man like I am, my dad listened to me. He said, you know what, son, you go on and do that. If you want to do it, you do it. And life's about trial and error. So, you've really got to do things out of the ordinary. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you'll never know if you don't take them risks.
And it looks like it has worked out, because you've also got yourself Molly May, a lovely girlfriend. Were you expecting to actually come away with a girlfriend?
No, definitely not. I mean, I've got one of these personalities. I'm a bit different from the average man. And just to go in there and have the experience that I did, and coming out with obviously an amazing girlfriend like Molly, it's just crazy. I think back to myself, when I'm laying in bed at night, my life a year ago and my life now, it's like, it's weird, isn't it, what's down for you?
I think I've got to ask you, so what was more daunting for you? Was it making your professional debut, a packed-out Manchester Arena, BT Sport pay-per-view, or was it asking Molly May to be your girlfriend on national television?
Well, I can tell you that. Asking Molly May to be my girlfriend on national TV, it was nerve-wracking, don't get me wrong, but do you know what it is? Anything that I do in life, I'm a big believer of, do you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. There's no good crying over spilt milk, as they say. So I thought, do you know what? I'll ask her. I feel it, so I just asked her, and obviously it worked out for me. So yeah, it's just been a whirlwind for these past couple of months.
Remember, Tommy, the first time I met you, you were saying I think you had about 3,000 Instagram followers at the time, and you were saying to me, Dev, how do I get these numbers up? Yeah. How do I get more followers? And I said, look, we'll announce you on the show. You make your debut over the weekend. You'll probably get 10,000. Yeah. You're now knocking on 3 million. Yeah. How are you adjusting?
It is a large difference, 3,000 and 3 million. But what can we say? I'm here, people's following me for a reason. And I thank every one of my followers, for supporting me. But Justin, really, it's only as hard as you make it. You can get yourself all busy and worked up with, the fame side of things. But if you let it go to your head, then you start going off the rails. But you know, I'm a down-to-earth, humble man. You know, I've got time for everybody. And basically the way it is, just go back to the basics. You know, all I'm doing now, I'm in the same position now as I was a year ago. You know, I'm in the press conference now. You know, I was doing that a year ago to get ready for my debut. You know, I've stripped it down, because what is it really? A few more people ask you for a photo, and a few more people want the signature. You know, it's not really a big thing. You know, you just got to keep your family and friends back, people close to you like that, and get on with life at the end of the day. Yeah, it's lovely that people want to stop you and ask you for your time. It's lovely, it really is. But you got to keep grounded on the floor at the end of the day.
Well, that brings us to today. The reason we're here is a press conference to announce your return.
Yeah.
Tell me this, you got fame? Presumably you got a bit of fortune now as well.
Yeah.
Why on earth are you coming back to get punched in the face?
Do you know what it is? What's in you will come out of you, as my dad always says. I'm a fighting man. I aim to be the best in the world one day. I'm still 20 years young. I'm 20 years old. So there's no rush whatsoever. And the reason why I'm coming back to boxing, you know, a lot of people say to me, oh, you could have done this, you could have done that, could have stayed in TV, could have done modelling, whatever you want. I was like, yeah, could have done all that, but does that make me happy? Not really. Does getting in the ring and having a fight make me happy? Yes, 100%. It's you've just got to go what's inside you. At the end of the day, fighting runs through my blood, runs through my veins, it runs through my family. So at the end of the day, I'm going to get back in this ring and get back to what I should be doing. You know, because this is my home. And come December 21st, I want to make a statement, because you know I'm not this reality TV man what everybody thinks gets their eyebrows on every second. I'm a fighting man in a mirror and I mean business. I'm not doing it for promotional work or anything like that. I'm here to fight and I'm here to win.
So after your big summer, you know, all the gallivanting, all the club appearances that you'd have had to do afterwards, how difficult was it to get yourself back in the gym, get up for that early run afterwards?
Do you know what it is? It was hard, don't get me wrong, it was very hard, because I was up late nights, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, I was drinking, I was doing this, I was doing that, but then when a switch flicks in your head, it's like, right, come on, you got to be serious now, think about, longevity. So basically, from then on, it was a Sunday night. I did my last PA. I was sitting in the hotel room at 7 in the morning watching the sun come up, and I had bags underneath my eyes, everything. I was looking in the mirror and I said to myself, this ain't no good for you. You know, you'll be finished, you'll be washed up by the time you're 25, drinking, doing all this. So I thought to myself, do you know what? No. So I went to bed that night. I got up, Monday morning I was up for my run, and ever since then I've been training every single day like a Trojan. I've been training as hard as possible, like a demon, day in, day out, dieting, everything. Because, you've just got to think to yourself what you actually want to do. How you want to be remembered, because I don't want to be remembered as, a reality TV star that's had his 5 minutes of fame and now he's washed up, or where's Tommy Fury in 5 years? No, I want to build on that big platform that I've been given, and I want to build myself into a household name, and obviously accomplish my goals in boxing.
So you've been dieting as well?
Yeah.
Does that mean you've been keeping away from the mayonnaise?
Well, obviously that's never possible, is it? Now I've got to have a little spurt on my food, but no, I've been dieting the best I can. Obviously it is hard because I'm still doing appearances here and there during the day, and we are on the road a lot of the time. And obviously when you're on the M6, all you can pull up to is a Burger King or a McDonald's. So I've been taking the salads out of Starbucks mainly, but I've been doing the best that I can, and it's going to show on the 21st.
Couple of predictions that you gave us before you went into Love Island.
Yeah.
So you predicted that Sergey Kovalev would beat Anthony Yard.
Yeah.
You were right on that. Have you caught up with that fight at all?
Yeah. When I came out of the villa, I watched all the fights back. I watched that fight a lot back, because obviously it's my weight. And basically, the reason why I wanted Anthony to win, of course I wanted him to win all day, every day. He's a Brit. I support my fellow Brits. But you've got to be realistic with yourself, a realistic man. You can't go from fighting, you can't go from fighting good opposition to fighting, Kovalev, who's been a reigning, defending world champion for years. You've got to have them step ups. And I think the reason why he lost that fight is just due to experience. He had the heart, he had the power, he had everything going for him. But I think the only reason, why he lost that fight was experience. Kovalev knew how to hold his energy, and hold himself better on the night, and that's all it was. But I'm sure Anthony, as he gets the experience and climbs up the ladder again, he will be there, and he definitely will be a world champion, because he's a great fighter.
Yeah, he's got all the ingredients.
Yeah, for sure.
The other prediction that you gave us was that Nathan Gorman would beat Daniel Dubois.
Yeah.
So have you caught that one? Watched that one back yet?
Yeah, I watched that one back. This is boxing, in heavyweight boxing as well. It only takes one punch. And I just think, Nathan and Daniel, they're both two young men. Best luck to Daniel, he did well on the night. And good luck to him, I'm sure he'll go on to accomplish great things. And Nathan will too. But, we get setbacks in boxing. You lose some, you win some. That's the way it goes. But I'm sure Nathan will be a world champion one day. There's no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen. But all that was is a setback. He gets back on his horse in the gym, train hard, and he'll go again. That's what fighting's about. You take some knocks, but it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can, get hit and keep coming forward, as Mr. Rocky Balboa says.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've got to ask you. So now you are sharing a bill with Daniel Dubois.
Yep.
So you've seen him, beat your mate Nathan Gorman.
Yeah.
How do you feel about sharing a bill with, one of the future greats potentially?
Yeah, it's an honour, of course. It really is an honour because, as a boxing fan myself and a boxer as well, seeing someone like Daniel who's, always on the up and coming, he's on the up and coming, he's won all these great titles, and, I'm sure he's going to win a world title in the day. And to be even sharing the same, going in the ring after him, and fighting on the same bill and that, it is nice. It's a nice feeling because, no matter how, I don't know, up you are in the world out of boxing, when you come back to that boxing world, I'm just a little kid again at the pond. When I see a good fighter there who's won a British title or a European title, I'm like, oh, Dad, look, he's a British champion. Like I'm still that young kid. So it's an absolute honour to be sharing the ring, with Daniel.
Well, you won't be sharing the ring with him.
Well, not sharing the ring. I've got to pack on a bit of timber for that. But sharing the same show, it's definitely an honour.
Tommy, how far do you want to go in this game? After your first fight, after your debut, you did an interview and you said, I want to become an undisputed world champion.
Yeah.
Is that still the goal?
Yeah, 100%. I want to say to everybody out there who's listening, I would not be in boxing if I didn't think I could go all the way. And I think that's very important that everybody understands that because boxing is too hard of a game to do it just to, tip at and play at, especially if you don't believe in yourself. If you don't believe you're going to be a world champion, you're never going to be a world champion. And especially in my case now, I've got a lot of other avenues to go down. I could quite easily just pack up boxing, finish it, and live my life doing something else. But I want to be the best in the world. I've always said that from being a little lad. I don't care how long it takes me. I'll get bumps and bruises along the way, yeah, of course, but the end goal will always be the same. I will be undisputed world champion, and that is my goal, and that's what I'm going after.
Well, I mean, we hope to see it. So talk to me about the world champions. In your weight, you've got Canelo Alvarez, who just beat Kovalev. Beterbiev has got 2 belts, and Bivol. Have you seen much of them? Yeah,
of course. They're all quality fighters, great fighters. Because at the end of the day, you've got to be a great fighter to win a world title. And I seen Canelo and Kovalev the other day. That did shock me, to be honest, because Canelo coming up from welterweight all the way up to light heavyweight and knocking Kovalev out and taking Kovalev's power. It really is a mad one, to be honest. Like I didn't really expect that at all. So I was like, okay, no worries. But then we've got to see how he fares against the other light heavyweight world champions, haven't we? So I think, on the world scene, the light heavyweight division's popping at the minute. It really is. And I think the true winners are all the fans.
Well said. You could be a promoter. Goodness me.
Well, maybe. I've only had 3 months of it, day in, day out.
Very good. So, also, Tyson has been doing a lot of WWE. I noticed you were at the WWE the other night as well.
Yep.
Are you thinking of going over into the wrestling?
Listen, do you know what? I've always said from being a little baby, even before I even looked at boxing, I was like, I want to be a wrestler. I want to be like John Cena. I want to be like Brock Lesnar. I want to be like The Undertaker. It was always a dream of mine. And yeah, of course, why not? At the end of the day, get me boxing sorted first because that's, that's primal. And afterwards, we don't know where we can end up, especially with the position that I'm in now. I'm kind of in a driving force to kind of look at every avenue really that I want to take because, it's all about that following now in today's, it's all about social media, this and that. And at the minute, I'm very high on that. So I'm in a position to do great things.
You are indeed. And amongst those great things, I read somewhere, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, there's a little show going on called like The Boxer and the Ballroom Dancer. Yeah. Talk to me about that.
So there's basically me and Curtis, we're doing a spin-off TV show. And basically, in a nutshell, I have been dancing for the past 5 weeks. Oh. Yeah, I've been ballroom dancing.
You any good?
You have to find out on the night.
Good sell.
Well, yeah, and basically, I've got a competition coming up, proper competition, against professional dancers, everything, and my aim is to try and win that. And Curtis has been training in boxing for 5 weeks, and he has got to go in the ring and have a fight, and he's got to try and win that. So basically, we've kind of just swapped careers, and I've completely gone into dancing, he's completely dived into boxing, and yeah, basically, we've got our competitions coming up, and we're going to see how we're doing them. But, it's 100% real, and we're both, really doing well.
I mean, you've got a fight coming up. How do you squeeze this into your training?
Oh, well, you've got to be lighting them toes on. You've got to be able to dance around the ring, and what nothing better than doing 5 weeks of dancing, eh?
Indeed. So you just mentioned Curtis there. You've got loads of mates now from Love Island, presumably. Yeah. They all going to be there to cheer you on December 21st?
Yeah, of course. I'm hoping good support comes. I'm hoping everyone turns out in the squad room. at the event, because that's what I want it to be. I don't want it to be like a fight. I come into this fight tonight. I want it to be an event, because when I fight, I just don't want to see, the average fight, a few punches or someone might get knocked out. I want it to be entertaining. From the minute I step into the building, the ring walk, the interviews, the walkout, the actual fight, everything, I just want it to be entertaining, because I want to give, people's paying good money to see me fight, hard-earned cash. So I want to give them the best show I can give.
So what's the prediction then? December 21st, the fight before Christmas, Copperbox Arena. Tell these guys what's going to happen.
Basically, 21st of December, I would like to say there's going to be a big, dirty knockout number 2. That's the plan anyway, and that's what I'm training hard for. And also, what I want to add is, I recently saw Logan Paul in the KSI fight, and I thought it was a very entertaining fight. I did, and I heard KSI wants to stay in boxing. If he's looking for a real fight against a real man, I've had 3 fights. He's had 2. If he wants to be a real fighting man, take a real fight. I'm a young kid. We're both in the same influencing world. He's a YouTuber. I'm the Love Island star. Maybe it could be made. So KSI, you know where it's at if you fancy it.
You heard it here first. KSI, Tommy Fury, this man, a fighting man, is calling you out. But before that, he's got business to take care of. December 21st, Copperbox Arena. Tommy, thanks for talking to us.
No problem. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.